Sam Montembeault has played 3 consecutive games. Sam Montembeault, for me, for the wins over the Islanders, over Nashville, Saturday night against the Washington Capitals, Sam Montembeault has been the first star of the week as far as I'm concerned. He started 4 of the last 5. The last Primo start was the shellacking in Boston on Centennial afternoon on a Sunday in a 6-3 final there. You know, you mentioned Habs' depth, the fact that they're rolling 4 lines with the addition of Patrick Laine, who made his Canadiens debut just a week ago. Goaltending depth doesn't exist at the NHL level right now. It's the Sam Montembeault show, and Cayden Primeau's got the best seat in the house to watch it. How big of an issue is this today?
How big of an issue is the fact that they don't have goalie depth?
Yeah, at the NHL level. Because my understanding is Jakub Dobeš,
Well, he got hurt over the weekend too.
Yes. Outside of an emergency call-up, like, I don't, from what I've heard, don't expect Connor Hughes, who at least has pro hockey under his belt, Dobeš from the NC2A, that it's going to be Monty and I'm going to say Primo, barring some sort of emergency situation. Is it a concern today?
I think so. Yeah. If I'm going to be honest, I think it's a concern. I think it's not a concern in the short term here because the Canadian schedule doesn't really force the Canadiens into playing Primo anytime soon, right? You have a Monday game, a Thursday game, a Saturday game. So
isn't that a problem also, Mitch? Like I'm a big buyer of reps, man. I want guys to get reps and reps and reps. You know, rebuilding teams. I want to see the guys get reps.
I don't want any more reps for Primo. I've seen enough.
So Monday, Thursday,
he doesn't need reps. He needs to find his game.
And so what's the answer? He's not going to find it in Laval.
Listen, he might, and we've seen a couple teams do this. I can't remember who did it this year. I know certainly. Sorry, it was Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh did it with Tristan Jarry this year, and look, he played really well last night against Toronto. But they put him on in a conditioning stint in the American Hockey League.
Right.
Last year, Toronto did the same with Samsonov. They didn't place him on waivers. They just said, go play a couple games down on the farm to find your game and come back up here. So, if I'm the Canadiens and Primo has another couple rough starts, maybe the right now they look at it, you get 5 games off here with the homestand. Montembeault starts all those games. Primo works with Eric Raymond off the ice, and he could rediscover his game that way, and then we'll throw him back in there. And the next time we have a back-to-back situation, they can try that. And if it doesn't work, try the conditioning stint down in the American League to try to find your game there. Because, Shaun, I'm watching these games on television or at the Bell Center. I haven't seen Primo play at the Bell Center in a while, but I'm watching these road games from the comfort of my own home, and I'm not comfortable in the comfort of my own home watching him on TV. I feel like every shot directed at the goal is a potential scoring chance. And if I feel that way on my couch, I can only imagine the way the guys feel on the bench. I've played hockey not at a high level whatsoever, and I've played with goalies that you don't feel a lot of faith in. Yeah. And when you have one of those guys between the pipes, you play differently. You grip the stick a little bit tighter. You just don't feel good about the potential of the goalie making a save. So I'd seriously, your original question was, is it a problem? It's becoming a problem. Because he can't stop a puck right now.
Well, I mean, it has to be a problem because it's not the era of NHL hockey that you and I grew up in together, where we watched Bobby Lou and Marty Brodeur. It was a badge of honor if you knew who Martin Brodeur's backup was. Shout out Chris Terreri.
Chris
Terreri. This guy played all the time. You didn't know who these backups were. That's why I think it's a problem. The NHL is not hardwired for these guys to play 70 games a season anymore. And listen, the Canadiens are a young team rebuilding. I get it. And I think it just puts a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Sam Montembeault for what Gallo just outlined. It really is a thing in hockey. Having confidence from your goaltender out, it allows guys to play freer. It prevents guys from getting in their own head, overthinking, oh, shoot, if I make a mistake, percentage-wise, it might come back to hurt me, as opposed to the old Carey Price security blanket. If I make a mistake, I got 31 back there. It's all good. So, I think we've reached the problem area personally, and I'm not even scared of the waiver wire as it relates to Primo. I know what you're saying about the provision in the CBA where you can assign a guy that's waiver eligible on a conditioning stint to give him a chance to rehab and recover, to get ready. Like a an emergency starting pitcher that comes in because the first guy got hurt, like you're going to get a bunch of tosses to warm your body up, So I think we've reached that point, and it's Montembeault 3 games in a row. And your memory is right. Cayden Primeau hasn't started a game at home yet this season. Every time they play a few games congested on the road, Primo's getting at least one of them. So they play Monday against Anaheim, Thursday against Pittsburgh, and then they get into a Saturday in Winnipeg, where I think you're probably expecting the Canadiens to take one on the chin on that Saturday night. So I don't see Primo starting. Maybe he gets the Winnipeg game, Mitch. I mean, yikes.
No. No Winnipeg game for him.
So it's going to be Montembeault 6 consecutive starts then, because I guess I give him the Monday game, and then you give him Pittsburgh on Thursday.
No, I'm sticking with Montembeault. I'm sticking with Montembeault. Keep riding the guy who's playing well.